Yeah, I'm out here today on the Yakima River in the canyon trying to catch a couple whitefish, and it's pretty snowy still, a lot of water melting. It will be spring soon, and I just thought, the first tutorial that I'm going to put together for this YouTube channel is going to be a tutorial on how to find out if you have wetlands on your property. You may have been told by a regulator or a friend, somebody, that you got wetlands on your property and you'd like to see what the data online say. And so I'm going to show you how to go online to look at the main sources of wetland information that are made available to the public. And at the end of this tutorial, you'll know a whole lot more about what the regulators see regarding your property before they even come and talk to you about what your issues are. So enjoy the tutorial. Hopefully we catch something today, and we'll see you then. Well, we did a whole lot of fishing and very little catching. Actually didn't get a single bite, but it was a beautiful day, and fishing's always fun. So anyway, let's get started. The National Wetlands Inventory is the first website we're going to look at. I'll put a link in the description below. It's called the Wetlands Mapper. What you want to do is down at the bottom of the page, click on Wetlands Mapper and accept the terms and conditions. And what it's going to do is bring up a map of the United States. And you can see the legend on the left shows you the kind of things that this map will actually display. So what you can do is you can zoom in and out using your mouse and just find the area that you're interested in. What I'm going to do is focus on Ellensburg. Do a lot of work in Kittitas County, and so I have a pretty good feel for how wetlands on this map match up to reality. But what you'll see here in green are what are mapped as wetlands. So here's the airport, and you can see there's quite a few wetlands mapped here. And what you can do is find your property, go ahead and zoom in. I'm not going to pick any particular property because I know the owner or anything. I'm just going to find a couple different kinds of wetlands. So what you have here in blue is what is mapped as a stream, and then you have different colors of green. Light green is palustrant emergent wetland. You can click on any one of these polygons, and what it will do is will tell you about that kind of wetland, and you can flip through the tabs here and read up on the information known for this particular wetland. Dark green is palustrine scrub shrub. That's wetlands that are mapped with more of a brush component to it, shrubs and things like that. So anyhow, that's it. You just basically find your property, scroll around, figure out what's going on with your property. So here we have a homeowner. I'm presuming this is their parcel. It looks like the back side here is mapped as wetland. You can turn these things on and off and see what was interpreted as being a wetland. So here in this case, you've got some stream-like feature. It looks like it's grazeland. This is probably irrigation water following an old stream channel. It keeps this area hydrated, and it looks on an aerial like it's wet. So they go ahead and map that as wetlands. And there's also a riparian button here as well. And there's also a legend in the upper corner where you can get a little bit of help in determining what those layers mean. So it's that simple, folks. And what you can do then is once you've got a map that you want to keep for your record, let's say you're this homeowner right here, you want to print it, you just click on print. You can enter in a title, and then when you hit print, you'll wind up having a PDF produced that you can download and then check out later. So you can see here is the homeowner map. You click on that and you'll see that it downloads. You can go to your downloads folder, and in your downloads folder, double click on that file, and you will see that you'll have a nice map here with the National Wetlands Inventory header. You'll have your custom title here. It'll have the different wetlands with the legend down below. The National Wetlands Inventory is a definite go-to to figure out what's up with the wetlands. Kittitas County has another utility called COMPAS, and we'll go ahead and cover that next. So this next website is called Kittitas County COMPAS, C-O-M-P-A-S. When you log in, it'll ask you to hit OK, and you'll be left with a map here that is very similar to the one that you saw before. Now, this is specific to Kittitas County, but other counties have utilities similar to this, and we'll cover those in other videos. You can see here in the upper right, you've got different base maps that you can choose from. I like to choose the aerial. You have a list of items here that you can turn on and off. Here's wetlands. There's a lot of other items as well, like flood zone. You can click on the flood zone here. You can go shoreline master plan. If you got a project in these areas, you might need a shorelines permit, etc. We're going to stick with wetlands today. All right, so let's go back up to this airport area and let's zoom in here. And you'll see in green areas that are listed on a map, at least as wetlands. So you can also find a particular parcel. So let's say you want to find your parcel. So you click here on property info, and you can see you can type in a last name of an owner, a map number, parcel ID, which I use a lot, and you can even type in an address here. So here is an example, parcel number 326933, 326933. When you hit enter, it'll zoom you right into a parcel. In this case, it's the auditor's building. But in any case, you can figure out what's going on with the property. You can click on this icon right here, this link to print report. And when you do that, what will happen is it will show you all of the cool details that the county has listed for your particular parcel. And it will download. As we see here, you can open it up and you can see here for this parcel all the following data. Critical areas information is an area I zoom in on and check out quite often. You got flood information, you got wetland information. In this case, there are none, etc. So anyway, you can download that and go back to tasks here. And we can now go back to our map. And I want to go up here to the airport. So once you find your parcel, let's say it's this one here, you can print the results using this icon right there. So you can give it a custom title, landowner, I can spell, thank you very much. You can choose between portrait or landscape and whatever kind of file format you like best, and you can say print. And it'll sit there and generate a map that you can download and give to your friends. There you go, Kittitas County COMPAS, there's the wetland. But what I want to do is actually compare what the county has mapped as wetlands compared to the National Wetlands Inventory. You guys see the difference? See, this is National Wetlands Inventory. This is Kittitas County, National Wetlands Inventory, Kittitas County. So obviously you can see that there's a discrepancy here. It is my understanding that Kittitas County is going to import and merge the data from the National Wetlands Inventory into the maps provided by COMPAS. And what this means is that instead of having parcels that have this kind of information on wetlands nearby, it's going to instantly increase very quickly as soon as the new code is released for critical areas on, I believe, February 7th or something like that. But between these two utilities, National Wetland Inventory and Kittitas County COMPAS, you'll be able to figure out if your parcel has mapped wetlands on it or nearby. Now keep in mind, these both have disclaimers which say, you know what, this is just a best guess based on aerial and photo interpretation, and you need to have a professional wetland scientist come out and verify the boundaries of the wetlands, if any, on your property. Now, in my experience in doing many projects in Eastern Washington, I've come to realize that these kind of maps, as they are claimed to be, are just starting points. You can have wetlands on this map that aren't actually there in reality, but the flip side of the coin is also true. You may have a wetland on your property that is not mapped as a wetland. So for example, here you have a line showing the edge of this wetland. It could be that this line is farther up towards the north here. It could be that the line is farther south. It could be that this wetland isn't even there. So again, please remember, these are just guidelines, a starting point, but you won't have an official delineation of wetlands until you get a professional out there. So GG Environmental is here to help you out. Feel free to reach out. We'll get out there and see what your wetland deal is. All right, talk to you next time.